everybody has a microwave in their home. You might know how they work, you might not. They shoot out a form of low energy radiation, microwaves, which cause molecules to gain energy and then rapidly heat up. Here's the thing, there's no reason that those microwaves have to only be used for reheating food. They can be used in all kinds of ways, including to hurt people. For years, police and would-be tyrants have been developing their own heat rays. Microwave cannons that can force protesters to disperse by cooking them from the inside. They used them in Australia against anti-lockdown protesters, and you'd better believe that they'll use them here too. In fact, they considered using them in D.C. during the George Floyd riots. The supposed medical ailment called Havana syndrome, where U.S. spies and diplomats are coming down with mysterious illnesses, is thought by some to be caused by a similar microwave weapon. According to the CIA, always truthful, Amy Holmes is the owner of Amy's Audio subliminal acoustic fingerprinting. She specializes in digital forensics investigations and is on the board of directors for the Direct Energy Weapons Agency. She's also a U.S. Army veteran, specifically in the military police, who would deploy devices just like the weapons we just named. For this week's premium segment at stewpeters.com on Saturday, we sat down with Amy for nearly a half hour. Here's part of what she said.
4G and 5G in electromagnetic weapon systems has been used since 1932. So it's been over 80 years that they've had and been working on these different types of technologies. I have helped over 3,500 different victims on a global scale, over 2,500 within the U.S. and over 1,200 in different other foreign countries.
So how is this being deployed? And how are these people, whoever they are, so many questions. And who are these people, and why, and what their targets, and how do they decide, and how is it deployed? I mean, just take the floor here. I'm very curious.
Well, a lot of this has to deal with, depending on how they're decided, the DOD and the FBI have a list of people who have been chipped and implanted. So a lot of those lists goes down to using the fusion centers to local police officers to target and harass them and to use these different types of technologies. Most of them are deployed through either drones, planes, satellite systems that are actually connected to air-to-air missile defense systems or air-to-surface, air-to-ground, ground-to-ground vehicles that are used to attack the victims on a daily basis.
So Isaac Cappy had said that he was a victim of a weapon like this. Later, obviously dead, very mysterious. We don't believe that he killed himself, jumped off the bridge. He was blowing the whistle on the satanic pedophilia cabal. Tom Hanks with a cryptic tweet about his death afterwards. We have these little ones coming out on Monday, August 1st, and obviously, there's a lot of people that are not going to like what we're doing. Do you have to be implanted with some sort of a chip in order for this kind of a weapon to be used against you?
No, you don't have to be chipped or implanted. As a matter of fact, our own bodies produce frequencies. So technically, they can zone in on those personal frequencies and hit you with those radio waves. A lot of this is being done through subcarrier waves and AM and FM broadcasting systems. So your cell towers, your radio towers, they're all used to attack you.
Who has their finger on the trigger of this technology?
A lot of it is U.S. military. Any actual foreign military owns these weapon systems, from NATO to the British Royal Military to the Russians to Chinese government systems to even our own U.S. What they're doing basically is using Northcom systems along with NATO, and they're selling the links to the child human sex trafficking rings using third-party contractors. So they gain access to these links to the satellite systems, and they use a catalog system of the victims, and they pick and choose the victims that they either want to child human sex traffic, rape, torture to get off. And they're using cryptocurrency and a bunch of other different methods to attack the victims. I have audio evidence, and what I do is when I do the audio analysis of the victims, I actually capture communications within their videos and audios that they have sent for me to analyze. So I capture all the radio frequencies and telecommunications of these criminal network systems. I have created a patent to to live stream and broadcast their communications. It's not released yet, but it will be, where people will be able to download it and will be able to track and trace and live stream and broadcast these criminals in real time. That will be later on, hopefully by December, that it should be released and available for the public.
I'm assuming that you have been able to identify the perpetrators of these crimes in certain cases.
Yes.
Okay. And you know their names, and you know where they are, and you know who deployed the weapon.
Yes.
Okay, who are some of these people?
A lot of these are major elites. They are popular criminals. Right now, a lot of them are between the Biden administration and the Obama administration. Clintons are running 348,628 children in child human sex trafficking rings. They have to deal with companies and corporations like Starlink, Amazon, Synergy, Lumina, biotech, Pfizer companies are all involved with this too as well. There's different companies and corporations from NATO, U.S. Department of Energy.
Wow, heavy stuff from a credible source. The entirety of that nearly half-hour conversation will air this Saturday at stewpeters.com.